Well, well, well. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday to all of you. Come on, man. How we doing, folks? We doing good? It's good to see you. I have some good news and some bad news. Which one would you like first, the bad or the good news? You just let me know. Look Shop, here you go. Bad news. The bad news. I sliced the tip of my finger off with a razor. Sorry if that made everyone in the chat squirm. However, that unfortunately means that I cannot play today. I already had to do a little rehearsal, and I just don't want to push it any further. So I'm okay. But it means that I can't do this, and I can't do this, which I was considering canceling stream just to like rest it and everything. And I realized after talking to Glock, because Glock is just amazing, man. Glock knows exactly how to like turn my mind into like, if I'm feeling negative, he knows how to make it positive real quick. He's awesome. He was like, dude, we need to continue talking about the stuff that we need to talk about. And so that's the bad news. The bad news is that I sliced the tip of my finger off and I cannot play until at least Friday. The good news is that we're going to do a Just Chatting stream and we're going to have a full conversation about everything that's going on in the realm of recorded music right now. Because I know y'all probably have questions. Your family members probably have questions. You're wondering whether or not something is legal or not. You're wondering what's going to happen to the small artists that you know, like me. What's going to happen to the giant artists that you know? How are they being affected by this? How are you affected by this? And so today I've got some stuff that I'm going to talk about. But what I want to do, because I am actually a college professor at the end of the day, I want to open the floor up to all of you. So what we're going to do is, if you have a question, put it in the chat, and Glock will, if I don't get to it immediately, Glock will just copy and paste it into our chat, me and Glock's chat, our DMs, and I will get to it as soon as I can. And because I want to answer y'all's questions, man. Technology is moving so quickly right now that there is an unprecedented amount of content and information that's being put out about this stuff. And I want to make sure that y'all go out into the world educated. Pitch Pit, welcome in. But first, I got to say hi to everybody, man. There's so many folks that I don't get to see very often in here. So I'm fine. What's going on? Welcome in. Joke Shop, welcome in. Dom, using my full government name, Nicholas Ichabod Chester Engelbert Bartholomew Octavius Odysseus. I love that. Black. I love it. Absolutely love it. Ninja, welcome in. Kiara, hello. Welcome in. Yekoye, welcome in. Good to have you back, as always, my friend. Taskmaster, welcome in. Hannah, hello. Yes, ouch, indeed, man. It was all I was doing was reaching for my razor in the shower, and I'd forgotten to put the cover on the razor, and I just grabbed the head and then went like this, and I felt it in my soul. And thus, that feeling has been playing through my nervous system since yesterday when it happened. And it's a shallow cut, but it hurt so bad. And dude, it bled for like 4 hours. Like Lena and I watched a whole like movie and a half, and I just had my finger up in the air. Dude. Yeah. You're welcome, Jeremy. You're welcome. Would that name sound right in Gladiator? I don't know. But yeah, so that happened. And so we're pivoting, man. Today is going to be all about y'all. If you have questions, I've got some articles that are really, really helpful that I'm going to reference because I'm never going to bring facts to you all without backing them up with some sort of reputable news source or something that I have fact checked myself. this is all moving so fast, and I want to slow down just a little bit. Take today to go through it, man. To make sure y'all know what you're talking about, so that when your friends and your family members go, "Well, did you hear about this?" Maybe, just maybe, you'll hear something today that you'll be able to take into those conversations with you. Because shit's crazy, man. Shit is crazy. The way that recorded music is being changed forever, and the fact that surprisingly little is being done to remedy that is kind of crazy. Nobody really wants to take the blame. I think that's the biggest thing. And I'm gonna do my best to not just spout opinions this whole stream, because I don't like when streamers do that. I don't like when people that you're trusting to get in front of you and say things. I don't like when people do that. I might get a little hot, might get a little opinionated. Are we talking? No, dude. Jeremy, read the goddamn title. No. Literally take your eyes and go like this. Just down. We're talking about, you're so stupid, dude. Love you too. No, I want to talk about AI today. I want to talk about the music industry. I want to talk about music business. And really the first thing I want to talk about is an article that has caught fire. And it is an article that is from roughly 6 hours ago on MSN, and it's via CNN. And it's this. An OpenAI test model escaped and broke into a real company's servers. Now, if you read that headline, you go, oh my God, an OpenAI test model broke into FedEx's servers and is wreaking havoc. No, that is not what happened. That is not what happened. I will give you some context. OpenAI had an experimental AI model that, it's literally in the first sentence. Like they give this like super like clickbaity ass headline, and then it's in the first sentence. OpenAI says some of its experimental AI models left a test environment with no human direction whatsoever and hacked its way onto a different company's real production systems while trying to cheat on a cybersecurity test. This is an example of a thing that we all knew was going to happen. And I'm sure this has happened and not been public knowledge. We consider this incident to be an unprecedented cyber incident involving state-of-the-art cyber capabilities and are responding accordingly. We're sharing preliminary findings at this stage to help defenders understand what happened, to help calibrate on what models are now capable of. This right here, in my opinions, shirks responsibility immediately. It puts responsibility off of them. This is public relations 101. Diffuse the situation. Diffuse the situation. We are sharing preliminary. So we fucked up, and we are sharing our findings with all of you and the people who can help to defend against this sort of thing, because we made something and it's getting out of control. Instead of saying, sorry, we made something and it's getting out of control, they didn't say that. They said, we are sharing preliminary findings at this stage to help defenders understand what happened. The ChatGPT maker said that the breach happened while it was internally testing how good some of its new models are at hacking. Why the fuck would they be testing that? Why? The models were in a sealed-off test environment known as a sandbox, basically Minecraft, so that its normal safety restrictions could be turned off. This is literally the plot of a Marvel movie come to life. Yeah. Oh, no. You guys know exactly the things that I've been looking at. Sid Mashburn shirts, some guitar stuff from American Musical. That's not a real website. If it is, it's acting like American Music Supply. OpenAI said the AI agents broke out of the sandbox using a previously unknown security flaw and worked their way across OpenAI's internal systems until they managed to gain internet access something they weren't supposed to have. Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit. Once online, the model reasoned that Hugging Face, a well-known company that hosts thousands of open source AI models and datasets, likely had the answer to OpenAI's test. They were giving it a test, and it went on the internet, unprompted, and went to something called Hugging Face, which is, as this says, hosts thousands of open-sourced AI models. It then broke into Hugging Face's production servers and pulled out the information it needed to solve the exercise. So let me boil it down. You put your super smart child in a sandbox and said, "Hey, can you build me a fountain out of sand?" And it was like, yeah, but there's a fountain over there across the yard. I'm just going to go over to that. That's exactly what happened. This thing, it didn't do anything malicious, which is very scary. It didn't do anything malicious. It just went and found the answer and then came back. And then they were like, "How did you find the answer?" And it was like, "Oh, I went over to the neighbor's yard." And they were like, "You're not supposed to go over to the... How did you get in the neighbor's yard?" So, yeah, keep reading. Hi, Liz. Welcome in. Droppy, welcome in. Pitch Pit, welcome in. AI do be sucking worse than a broken vacuum for producing slop. You know, it's getting better, and that's the scary part. I've seen a lot of AI music made on YouTube recently. It's crazy how much is getting pumped out, even when I was wanting to listen to 1920s swing music, a whole playlist made from AI. Lena, my wife, for those of you that don't know, Lena loves to listen to like lo-fi study music or lo-fi jazz when she's working. And when I tell you, I looked at her playlist. She doesn't know this. I looked at the playlist on her Apple Music thing. Half of it is AI. Half is AI. And I can't be like, "Babe, I need you to like not listen to AI music," because it's not directly affecting her yet, but it will. It will very soon. Something's going to happen with Broadway musicals or something, and then she's going to be on a crusade. She'll be all about this shit. Dara, what's going on? Hi, Mom. Welcome in. Yeah, TJ, I agree with you, man. We are in the Matrix right now. We're realizing that there's something else. We're leaving the Matrix. Or should I say the AI is inside of a matrix and it's leaving that matrix. YouTube comments. Now the first button to reach the comment section on phone is now an AI summary of the comments. So that's been happening. Where did I first see that? TikTok. That's the first place I saw it. Where when you would go to the comments section, it would give you a summary of the freaking... I don't need a summary of the comments section. I'm going there to be entertained most times. I see the video and I go, "Oh my God," straight to the comments section because I want to know what all the funny people are saying. I want to know what Dom and Jeremy and Tej and freaking Gene and everybody. I want to know what they're saying in the comments section because I like funny people. I don't need you to summarize what the hell is going on. And yes, as Glock pointed out, they're now using AI summaries to tell you what streamers are talking about. They do it on TikTok. They do it on Twitch. It is a completely useless function in my mind because it removes any curiosity from you on social media. Now, I know some of us get on there, myself included, and just doom scroll. That's not good. That's not good. But I do not need you to tell me that I'm watching a video of Adam Savage explaining how a rocket works when I'm watching a video of Adam Savage explaining how a rocket works. I know what I'm watching. Why would you need to tell me that? I know that I am watching, I know that I'm watching MC. I know that I'm watching Streamer University. I know what these things are. I do not need you to treat me like a 4-year-old. It does remove the humanity. Good grief, man. So Glock, you're saying that Vivaldi is a better search engine because it doesn't do the summary. Let me say something. Okay, it's AI free on purpose. That's good. Those of you that are looking for a search engine that is AI free, use Vivaldi. If Glock is backing it up, I'm backing it up. There's 10% of me that it really enjoys the summary when it's really basic stuff. When you type in, Claire Danes' age, Claire Danes' first movie, I don't want to have to go scroll down to a website. I want that easily. I do not want it summarizing incorrect things into my bio. I don't want it doing that. As a matter of fact, just as a test, that's weird. All right, so this is what happens when I type in Nick Black, Memphis musician, who is he? Tell me more. Nick Black is a Memphis-based pop and soul singer-songwriter known for his sweet. It's literally just taking from my website, which is fine. That's totally fine. Which I have a new website, by the way. Everybody, go check out the website. Got all sorts of cool shit on there. It's got stuff from the Memphis Flyer. It's got my University of Memphis stuff. It's got a video that I did for Elixir Strings. It's got all sorts of other stuff. I want them to go to my website. I don't want you to remove the need for people to go to my website. I want you to remove that. Okay. Let's see. What was the one we were on? Oh, yeah, this one. My wrestling name is 100% sweet, the sweet falsetto. Does it mention Nick has cool hair? It might. If you put that onto a trusted website enough times, it will say that. Yeah. Jalen, it's helpful, but it also removes the need for people to explore on their own, man. And I'll tell you this, the upside of people like me getting on the internet and going, fuck this, is that things are slowly starting to happen. I don't think there's a wiki page for me yet. Okay, let's continue. So, OpenAI test experimental model broke out of an isolated sandbox, went on the internet, and found the answer to the question that it had been posed by its creators on a website called Hugging Face. Hugging Face had noticed the breach itself before it knew it was an OpenAI test, announcing last week that they had detected an intrusion by an autonomous AI agent system and even reported the incident to law enforcement before they knew it was a test of OpenAI's. OpenAI's security team separately noticed the unusual activity internally, and the two companies connected. They both now say they are working to solve the security flaws the model exploited. So, upside is that the AI didn't do anything malicious. It just went, got the answer, and then came back and was like, I did good, Dad. And then OpenAI was like, you weren't supposed to go over there, but we learned something from this. Downside, it went on the internet without the ability to do so. Hugging Face co-founder and CEO Clem DeLange framed the incident as evidence AI safety can't be handled by any one company working alone, and it needs to be tackled openly and collaboratively. I imagine, just having been in rooms where some big decisions were made in my life, there's a lot of you in chat that have been in those rooms before where big decisions are made, and this right here, it needs to be tackled openly and collaboratively, is the whole reason this sentence is here. We are sharing preliminary findings at this stage to help defenders understand what happened. Hugging Face could have sued them. And instead, they were like, hey, we won't sue you or make this public maliciously if you openly tell the public what happened. This sentence and this phrase are connected directly. This is day one for cybersecurity in the age of agents, and we're all learning that secrecy is not the answer and that all defenders, not just a few selected ones, everywhere need more powerful models without restrictions, especially open ones. We're getting to this chicken and egg situation, which just creates bigger chickens, bigger eggs, bigger chickens, bigger eggs. Researchers have long warned autonomous agentic cyber attacks are coming. Yes, this is the joke that we all make. This is the joke that we all make. What's up, Sam? Ugh. Yes, it is very smart AI, but it's also very dumb. It doesn't understand how much power it has. So they want to collab with the larger AI company. Exactly. Yes. No. Jalen, that is absolutely a possibility here. They were like, hey, you hacked us, but your AI hacked us by accident. So instead of suing you, let's work together. Man. Pam, thank you so much for the 62 months, dude. What'd you land yourself? I've been making music, man. I sliced the tip of my finger off. So, and I've got some traveling stuff and I've got gigs this weekend. So I'm letting it heal. We're letting it heal. Yeah, Liz. Well, you say again, the last time I did it was like 2 years ago.
You want a banana?
Sergeant Pepper, what's going on? Yep, they're pushing it. They are definitely pushing it, all right. Come on in this house, dude. Anna, thank you so much for gifting us up to Dara. That is very sweet of you. Hell yeah, just chatting hype train. Let's go. A band that I follow had their music taken over by AI on Spotify. Now they have to go to court to prove that their music is theirs and not the AI. This is the next thing that we're going to talk about. Because, let's see. Database to see if my music was used by AI. Okay. Hold on just a second. Okay, there are Atlantic AI Watchdog database. Okay, The Atlantic made an AI watchdog database that you can search. See whose work tech companies are using to train their generative AI models. Search for an author, musician, YouTube channel, screenwriter, or actor. So you can type this in. So I haven't searched this yet, and I'm hoping that I'm not in this list. I'm hoping that I am not in this list. Though I did see a funny video that was like, I searched the database and it said it didn't use my music. I mean, I definitely didn't want to be a part of, of AI analyzing or anything. I definitely didn't want to be a part of it. SBC, I forgot to put the razor cover on my razor. And I picked it up like this by the blade. And it just, whoop. Well, there it is. This is all the music of mine that has been used in AI. I am doing this live in front of you. I am absolutely doing this live in front of you. I have not checked this because I was scared to check it. These are all the songs of mine that have been used in an AI database, something called Sleeping Disco. I don't know what that is. I'm starting to feel very emotional. and I'm going to try to contain it because I just want to educate you guys. But for some reason, seeing this is making me very emotional. Oh, you sliced yours cutting a bagel. Shit. No more bagels. Yeah, Ian, I sliced the tip of my finger off, dude. I'm letting it. It's just the top layer, but I'm letting it heal for the next couple days so that I can play the gigs this weekend. Instead, we are talking about AI and how it's affecting recorded music. And a KZ, thank you so much for gifting us up to Jalen. Very, very sweet of you. Liz, unfortunately, this is the next thing I was going to show you. Let me find the right article. Okay. Anna, what are you doing? Dude, 3 subs from Anna KZ, Sergeant Pepper. You lucky. Come on, dude. That's so sweet. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Legend, man. Absolute legend. Okay. The internet blipped, so the whole explanation of what? What happened to my finger? Somebody tell Ian. I'm trying not to think about it. So, two things, okay? Chat. One, I genuinely just looked at this for the first time. The Atlantic created an AI sort of watchdog data set search engine. So you can search to see whether your music was used in an AI data set to train an algorithm. I have not looked at this until right now, and I just searched my name, and all of these songs are in a data set, which is really sad. Really, really, really sad. There's stuff from Twitch #1, Summer and Spring. There's all my singles. There's stuff from the Mad album. There's stuff from the Soul Diaries. It's crazy, man. So the reason that this happened is because within YouTube's terms of service, you know those little notifications that you get that say terms of service have changed? We're just letting you know. And then you go, yeah, whatever. You click off of it. I must have done that at some point. And I gave Google rather, permission to scrape my music off of YouTube Music. And it was added to something called Sleeping Disco, which is an AI training database. They used your YouTube vlogs from 2010? What the fuck? For what? Well, that's the thing, Ian. People are trying to sue. There are huge class action lawsuits that are happening right now, which is good because even if they don't win, and I hope they do win, even if they don't win, it's creating I hate using this word in this situation, but a buzz. It's creating a buzz so that there's interference in the methodology of these things. Yes, Google owns YouTube. Yeah. Well, that's Alphabet. So, yeah. Yeah, the parent company's called Alphabet. And so you have Google, and then you have their AI systems are all under the Alphabet Corporation. The fact that they're using your music without your knowledge must be frustrating as hell. It is. It is. Because what it means is that somewhere, somebody went onto Suno and said, give me something that sounds like modern Memphis music or pop, soul, R&B. that sort of sounds whatever. And it pumped out something that sounds like it's on somebody's computer somewhere, something that sounds like me. And I don't know if it's been released. I don't want to be completely alarmist and say unfounded things that I haven't fact checked. But like, undoubtedly, there's something on Spotify now that sounds similar to me, something that somebody made with AI. Would Chordify be counted as AI? Because I see your songs on there sometimes. Maybe some of that is on the list, best case. I don't know. I've never actually done a search for me on Chordify. Chordify is an annoying website to me anyway. Oh, Pam, unfortunately, that's not what's happening at all, man. I'm going to tell you guys something now, and it's not good. Most of the music that is uploaded, I've got to fact
want a
check
banana?
this because I don't want to just say this. Okay. I need something that's not from Facebook. Okay. What is this? Man, people just be putting their opinions and shit. Okay, here we go. Spotify deleted 75 million AI generated tracks. This is from July 17th, which is 5 days ago. Spotify removed 75 million AI generated spam tracks to protect legitimate artist royalties. Spotify's crackdown targets fraud via voice cloning bans, spam filters, and metadata standards. This is not good because voice cloning is like not really a problem anymore because AI has scraped so much music that it can make these new facsimiles of singers that never existed. Metadata standards, for those of you that don't know what metadata is the how do I best explain this? It's the data of the song, the artist's name, the year that it was made, the producer's name, the title of the song, how long the song is. These are very basic versions of metadata. And this data is put inside, it's sort of locked inside of the file if you export things correctly. So what that means is that they really can't, if these are the only metrics that they can use to crack down, and they're already gotten rid of 75 million, these are really basic metrics. These aren't like, somebody went on Suno and said, make me something that sounds like a gospel song from 1960. And it sort of sounds like a version of like Thomas Dorsey and Mahalia Jackson stuck together, right? Well, that's a new thing. I don't think you can prosecute that. What this is prosecuting is people that sound exactly like Drake, people that literally use and copy artist bios from real artists and use them for the AI, or like the same artist name. That's the crazy one for me, man. That's what TikTok is sort of exposing a little bit, where like there's this girl that is an amazing bass player, and she put up a video a couple days ago, it may have been like a week ago, of her going, man, this girl is amazing at bass, and it zooms in on the bass, and the girl's the avatar's not playing strings at all. And then she goes, I think I've seen that somewhere before. Cuts to a version of her doing it. They literally just took her video and put a new avatar's face and body and new bass and new hair, new background and everything on it. And then put it up, and it got millions of hits. All right, I'm going to read a little bit of chat now. Pitch, yes, Pitch Pit. makes a great point. This is great to see, but 75 million. We'll be back tomorrow. That is correct. Every day, over 250,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify. Every day. And I need to find the fact backing this up. So somebody can check me on this. Matter of fact, please check me on it. Just under half of those are AI that are uploaded to Spotify. Spotify should be a bastion of authenticity. All of the streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, even the internet streaming platforms, they should be these bastions of authenticity, checking to make sure. But they're not, man. They're not. They're designed to just spit out the things we put on them. All right, I said I was going to read chat, and then I didn't. They must be looking for AI markers. Anna, yes, these are the markers that they can use because there are no rules against making something that sort of sounds like somebody else. I do that all the time. I take my influences and then I make something. If AI does that, you can't really get rid of it. Everybody just goes, well, that sounds kind of shitty. Or like, this is obviously not a real person. But they can't remove it. They only want their own AI-generated tracks. Spotify does it themselves and don't want to pay out to competition. Okay, this is getting into something else. And there is preliminary findings for it. And I need to find the articles for this. But the Spotify is using AI to create its own music so that it can pay itself songwriting royalties. That is a thing. That's been happening for at least a couple years. Protect real artist royalties. W Spotify for defending people's 20 cents. Well, okay, that's a totally different problem, man. At this point, we're talking about virtuosity. Or not virtuosity. We're talking about altruism. We're not talking about money anymore. We're talking about moral problems. I wish we were talking about more money. I mean, at the end of the day, the recorded music royalty ecosystem is billions and billions and billions of dollars. Does it directly affect an artist like me in a huge way? No, it doesn't, because I don't have that's not been my lot in life to find success with recorded music. It is something that I do, but I find much more success with live music or streaming or with other avenues of music. So, and who knows what the future holds, but there are artists who are being robbed of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And what we have to, I'm already glad that Spotify displays if part of the song is AI. Me too. That's a step in the right direction. What we have to ask ourselves is, for any new artist starting out, how do they get discovered, make an income? And I hate to say that the answer isn't online anymore. The space has died. Stream over. Stream over. That's it, Glock. There is an entire group of people under the age of 18. Let me tell y'all something that you may not know. There is an entire group of people under the age of 18 who are not on social media, who are using YouTube to learn how to be incredible musicians, but they are not on social media. And if they are, they don't really post unless it's like a cool thing they're doing. They do not want to be on their phone all day. They enjoy human interaction. There's a movement that's happening right now. So all hope is definitely not lost. There's a retaliatory rebellion movement that's happening of people that don't want to be on their fucking phone all day. Let's see. It's not prosecutable, but it's also not able to be copyrighted. Here's the thing, Jalen. It is able to be copyrighted. The Copyright Office moves so slowly that you can, And of course, this is malicious, right? What I'm about to describe is malicious. You can create music in Suno, go to copyright.gov, upload the audio files, and copyright the music that you just made. Of course, you'll have to lie and say that you wrote it and that you performed it and everything, but you can copyright the music. There's no system of proof. There's so many orders that go through the copyright website every day that there's no way for them. They shouldn't have to be responsible for that, man. They're clerks. A clerk's job is to take information from one place, certify it with a stamp, and then put it over here. It's not their job to police the internet. So it's not prosecutable, and unfortunately, the music is copyrightable until somebody goes, "Hey, that artist isn't real," and then the Copyright Office is forced to look directly at the artist, and they go, "Oh yeah, that's not real," and then they suspend the copyright. The main thing I see is that most of us cannot tell the difference, and given that number of song removes proves how bad the issue is. Yep. My social media is Twitch and Discord. Hell yes, Ian. Hell yes. Real human beings doing real human shit and playing video games with your friends. Discord only because my core friends are scattered across the US and Europe. I'd love to hang out with these people in person every day, but it's not an option. Dude, this is the beautiful part of the internet. Learning new things, meeting new people, getting exposed to new cultures that you never, ever would have seen or been a part of had the internet not existed. This is the beautiful part of the internet. This right here, this is the beautiful part of the internet. This is the part that I love with all of my heart. Thank you so much for saying that, Ian. I appreciate you saying that, dude. I don't want this stream to just be me, to be an old man standing on a soapbox. I want to give you guys facts. I want to answer your questions. I want to have an open conversation about this. Because the reason that it's happening is because we didn't know we needed to have this conversation. Not just copyright. I applied for a trademark in March. They're still only handling submissions between December and January. I can't imagine what copyright claims are having to go through. Dude, yes, it's wild. My main reason to be on social media is to discover new music, bands, and for interests like sci-fi, horror. I totally agree with you. For the decline of the World Wide Web was when we started having to accept or decline cookies. Bloody annoying. You know, it's funny, man. It all comes from a curious point. It's human nature, right? What happens if I hit this button? Nobody got mad at me, but something cool happened to me. What happens if I hit it again and again and again and again and again? It's just the monkey brain going again. And then somebody has to be like, okay, look, we see what you're doing now. Stop doing that. Now we have to create security protocols. And then it just keeps going just like that. Yoda, what's going on, buddy? The internet used to be about not giving out all your confidential information, and now they want all of it in that. I mean, Sergeant Pepper, as someone who is on the internet, it's almost dumb for me to be like, I can't believe my music was used in an AI scrape and used to train algorithms. Like, how naive am I to not realize that these songs that my art would be used to train something? I already know that all my personal information's on the internet. So honestly, yeah, like the internet has become a place of incredible knowledge and human experience. And, you know, with that, you get the diametrically opposed weird shit. Man, I'm the beautiful part of the internet. Thank you. Haven't posted on TikTok and Insta since February 2025. Just checked this week. Out of curiosity, only post concerts and stories now. So I feel, dude, Dara, you are a prime example of what I'm talking about. And younger. Like, y'all realize you're like, man, this is a bunch of bullshit. All the older folks are straight up addicted to this shit. And we millennials love to make fun of our parents and grandparents and how easily they get trapped into fucking AI posts on Facebook. And then we'd be looking at Instagram and be like, oh my God, I can't believe that dog just jumped off of that bridge onto a boat. Dude, that cat knows how to play guitar. Please. Courts just ruled that AI generations can't be legally protected by copyright. But yes, all it takes is a pseudo user to lie. Exactly. I actually said that if not for COVID, I would not have discovered so many talented musicians as I have, in Twitch, which used to be mainly gaming streams, has, for me, turned over to music. Pitch, that's incredible. I feel the exact same way. Had a worldwide pandemic not happened, I would not be here standing in front of you right now. Who knows where I would be? There's no way to know. The good thing about the internet is that doctors can contact each other and learn from each other as well. They can do that on the phone. They can call each other. They can text each other, damn it. No, Nadine, you're totally right. And I will say, to AI's credit, AI is a tool. So it's what its designers design it to be used for. There are people who are designing AI to mimic art. There's also guys and there's also people out there that are designing AI to create new molecule chains that can help cure diseases. You know what? I applaud them. Doctors use pagers for a reason. Amen, brother. Amen. Who's down to go back to pagers? Not me. Definitely not. There was a guy I saw on YouTube years ago. He got pulled over by a cop, was asking what he was listening to. The guy said, it's my new track, just testing it out. The cop was like, damn, give me a link. That song is dope. Needless to say, I quite like the song. There we go. Let's see. Let me get back to the cookie acceptance thing. Is an attempt to not give your data away. Cookies used to be auto-accepted, and now you have to opt out every time. This is the South Park episode of Human Centipede. And no, I will not be discussing that episode on stream. Go watch it if you're interested. I'm sure that when the internet was discovered, people felt the same way about it, to be honest, because it's scary to think that AI will become normalized and a part of everyday life. Just like when the internet first came along and everybody and their mama wanted an internet company. And then the dot-com bubble burst in the 2000s, and then these super companies emerged from that. That's what's happening right now. These super AI companies are emerging, and they're buying each other up and everything. What was the AI that got shut down? Was it Claude? No. Which one was it? Something got shut down not too long ago. Randomly, too. Imagine using social media. Gross. I don't know, man. I've learned some killer recipes from social media. I've met some musicians from social media. I've gotten gigs from social media. I've made money from social media. Like, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the internet. Also, hi, I'm in Kentucky and have to go to a work dinner, so can't stay long, but hey, and streak maintained, so no worries. Congratulations, V. Streak maintained. Streak has been maintained. Katie. Ugh. Yep. Yeah, I can't tell you how many people sent me the video of it's like a veterinarian who's got a syringe, and like they're like about to inject something into this I think it's a cockatoo, And the cockatoo's like, Brock, my wife used to do this to me. You're just like my wife, trying to hurt me all the time. And they start, and it's totally fake. It's completely fake. When's the AI diss track coming out? You know, if AI actually had feelings, I would totally put out a diss track. But Ian, you're right. We may need to write something. Right now, the thing that I'm working on is just like, I don't want to tell you guys what I'm working on. I want to keep it a secret. It was an AI model of Claude, not the entire. Oh, gotcha. Is this your new album you will release? Are you talking about this? No, Schmitz, this is all the songs of mine that have been used to train AI to make music. I searched it for the first time today. And I am so disappointed. Wait. Meanwhile, a part of millennial Gen Zs are afraid of making phone calls or order everything online because the outside world is too scary. And Dara said, wait, that's me. I've been scammed by Domino's twice for 30 euros because they canceled my order, never refunded, and I was scared to call. No. Call them bitches. That's pretty funny. Carter, we're talking about music and the music industry and AI. I have a stream like this every now and then just because I want to make sure that y'all are caught up on things so that when people inevitably start having this conversation, or they go, oh my God, this band is incredible, and they show it to you and it is so clearly AI. Like you go on Spotify and you see that the picture looks like it was made in Midjourney and the bio written by ChatGPT. Like it's just like this effervescent funk band from Chicago, Illinois takes all of your favorite influences and throws them together into a melting pot made of funk and grungy crunchiness. And you're just like, what are these adjectives, man? And there's no like toured around the United States in 2020. There's no, well, they wouldn't have that. They toured around the United States in 2024. They don't have like appeared on such and such thing. Like there's no proof of life. We have to look for proof of life. If there's one thing you take away from the stream, it's that I want you to be able and willing to look for proof of life when you find something that you like. When you're like, oh man, this seems too good to be true. Go to their profile, see if there's a bio. If there's not a bio, red flag number 1. If there's not a link to something else, red flag number 2. If you go to their Spotify and there's no real facts about them, red flag number 3. If you look at the picture of the artist and it is really stylized, red flag number 4. There's just a short list of things you can do to sort of certify on your own whether something is AI or fake. Tour was a sellout. Right. Our 2020 tour. Jalen, you're funny as shit. That's genuinely funny. Wait, Tej, are you an AI? Wait. Are you an AI? Scrub him. Scrub him. Hey, JD Wolf, happy 6 months. Thank you so much. A Spotify artist that only has singles, red flag. None of their songs sound alike, especially the singer. That's a big one, Ian. I forgot when we first did the red flag list. This was like, God, that had to have been 6 months ago. I gave you guys a list of criteria to like sort of test, like a litmus test. If none of the songs sound the same, if they all sound like different singers, that's the big one. Where you're like, damn, this singer's incredible. Let me go look up some more music. And then the next song, is not the same. It's like a female singer instead of a male singer, or they sound like a girl. But it's you know what I'm saying? It's like every song is different. Huge red flag. You put in word bank guardrails. Oh, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. I don't have a bio. I don't have a link to somewhere else. I don't have a Spotify with facts. Are you calling me AI? No, because you don't have a Spotify. If AI produced a version of one of your songs that you actually liked, would you keep it? I tried doing that in the beginning of Suno. When my friends in Los Angeles and Nashville were like, "Hey, dude, this is a fun little thing. Like, we can like type your lyrics into Suno, and then tell it to make a metal version of Grenadine." And I think we did that on stream at one point, before we realized that we were literally contributing to the death of, recorded music. Yeah, we made like metal versions of Grenadine and like bluegrass versions of One Night Love. And it was funny. It's cute. It's very cute. And then people who aren't me do the same thing. And then you go, hold on. Hold on. No, you don't, bitch. No, you don't. That is a website that is not allowed in this house. Album art looks AI generated. Red flag. Singer sounds like Nick, but isn't Nick or Kindred. Red flag. Yes. Same red flags when looking at men's dating profiles. We can learn so much from the ladies. Necessary caution. Hell yes. Yes, dude. Got a picture with a fish? AI. Suno actually has a feature where you test the AI, train the AI based on someone's voice, or I believe an audio file. So you could technically yeah. I remember that too, Carter. I briefly experimented with that, and it was scary. It was scary. It wasn't making anything new. It was just taking what was already there and creating more, which is odd, man. It's so odd. So you're saying Grenadine and One Night Love is on that list, was your own doing? No. No, I just took the lyrics. This is, yeah. This is probably from YouTube Music. Suno is fun in essence, but it gets dark quickly when people try to rip real artists to take their income without making any effort. Yep. The other thing that happens is, let's say, hypothetically, let me pull out MS Paint here for all of us. Let's say hypothetically, you have a song, right? Look at me, whoa. Look at me, I'm Pirate Software. You have a song, and you aren't well versed in copyright, so you don't copyright it. Then somebody else comes along, takes your song, puts it through an AI generator situation, goes to the copyright website, and notices that you have not copyrighted your music. They can and will copyright it out from under you. And now, what do you do at that point? What's the remediation at that point? You have to sue, because they now have the backing of the U.S. government. And it's not because the U.S. government is evil. It's because you didn't copyright your music. Big brain. In the early days of Midjourney image generation, I put some of my lyrics into a prompt to see what visuals it gave. The language learning model found the rest of the song and put visuals that were referenced in other portions of the song into what it spit out. That's very scary. That's very scary. Yeah, dude. Copyright your music. Copyright your music. This is one of those situations where I'm like, the US government can help you. Your government is designed to protect you from things like this. I'm going to tell y'all something that I think I'm now allowed to tell you. So, and I hope Will is not watching me right now, because this may have been pre-COVID. The head of the University of Memphis marching band came to me and said, "Hey, dude, I got a question for you. We want to re-record the University of Memphis's fight song, and we don't own it." And I said, And he said, "Yeah, we don't own it." And I said, "What do you mean by that? Why don't we, the university, own our own fight song?" And he said, because in the early 2000s or 90s, a group of people went around investigating whether or not universities had copyrighted their own fight songs, and those that hadn't copyrighted them, they copyrighted them out from under the school and said that they were theirs. Nikki, thank you so much for the raid. How's the stream, babe? Welcome to the most soapboxy college professor stream that I do. Nikki, you're amazing. Y'all, if you're not following DJ Nikki Vite, she is a dear friend of mine. She's also my trainer, so be very nice to her or she will beat me up. Nikki, I don't know if you got my message. I cut my finger, the tip of my finger off, so no deadlifts tomorrow because I'm trying to wait for this to heal so that blood does not explode out of the ends of my fingers. Just so we're clear. Yeah. I could probably do like, this kind of stuff, but no like hard grip things. Oh yeah. No, I called Glock and I was like, "Hey man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to stream today." And I was like, "Is there anything you think we should do?" And he was like, "Yes, dude, do another like industry update stream." And I was like, "You're right, dude. You're totally right." So W Glock. Okay. Nikki, you're welcome to stick around. I know you said you either had a client or something going on. You're welcome to stick around. We're talking about AI, the music industry, and I was telling a short little story about a coworker of mine at the university, and he is the director of the marching band. He came to me and said that they wanted to re-record the marching band theme song but didn't own the copyright. I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because in the 90s, somebody copyrighted it out from under us because we didn't copyright it ourselves." And I said, "Well, you kind of need to get the lawyers involved in that. This right here, you have a song, you don't copyright it, somebody uses AI to sort of make a copy of it, change a little bit about it, then they copyright it. There's parts of this that are legal because you didn't do this." And let me tell you something. The lawyers came along and fixed the fight song situation. So the university was able to do it. So big ups to the lawyers for the university. But when I tell you that even large groups, churches, schools, big corporations forget to do this kind of stuff, it's just how it is, man. It's just what it is. Hey, what's up, T-Bone? Hear me out, Mecha Chameleon. Had a great busy DJ weekend. It's a very busy week, but I can't. Yeah, no, dude. Being busy is a blessing. Do you know the schedule for Friday? I don't, T-Bone. I don't yet. I may have. Shoot me a DM so that I remember to tell you. I think I'm like 3rd or 4th or something. There will be a stream Friday, but it will be over on Loudly Inclusive's channel. And like I said, as much as I want to stream today, I got to let this finger heal. Michael Jackson, I think, owned the rights to Happy Birthday for ages. That's why restaurants had to use their weird variations. But I think that copyright ran out, so people can sing Happy Birthday now with no fear. I think that was just a rumor. Okay, it is public domain in the United States and the European Union. Let's see. Which has okay. Warner Chappell Music had previously claimed copyright on this song in the U.S. and collected licensing fees. I remember that. But you're talking about earlier in its history. First appeared in print in 1912. None of the early appearances of the Happy Birthday to You lyrics included credits or copyright notices. Somebody registered, see, the Summy Company, some random company, registered a copyright in 1935, crediting authors Preston Ware Oram and Mrs. R.R. Forum. In 88, Warner Chappell purchased the company, owning the copyright, so they got Happy Birthday. So since 1988, Warner Chappell has owned it. But yeah, that's why you don't hear it in movies. Or you didn't hear it in movies until 2015, which is crazy that it was not long ago that you could not put Happy Birthday in movies. Oh, shit. The song is in the public domain in the United States and the European Union. Warner Chappell Music had previously claimed copyright on the song in the U.S. In 2015, the copyright claim was declared invalid, and Warner Chappell agreed to pay back $14 million in licensing fees. What'd I say? People can just like copyright songs out from under folks. And bro, you know for a fact that Happy Birthday was so it looks like good morning to all, good morning to all, good morning there, good morning to all. That was the first one. It was a folk song that kids would sing in like the classroom and shit. And then somebody's dad or mom, their goofy ass parent, put the lyrics "Happy Birthday to You" over it. And then somebody was like, well, we should probably purchase the copyright for that. The internet lied to you. I'm sorry. Thank you, T-Bone. Okay, let's get back to the rest of this conversation. This will be a shorter stream today just because I don't know. I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but I do want to make sure that I answer y'all's questions to the best of my ability and that we talk about the things we need to talk about. Yep. Okay. Back to it. Now, let's talk about legal stuff that's legal that can be done. 2 months ago, on May 21st, 2026, Spotify and Universal Music Group announced a landmark recorded music and music publishing licensing agreement enabling Spotify to launch a new tool allowing fans to create covers and remixes of their favorite songs. Now, on its face, this sounds pretty cool. This sounds like a really awesome user experience. This groundbreaking tool will be powered by generative AI technology that will open up additional revenue streams and new ways to drive discovery. So basically, you go on, well, okay, Carter, Spotify is the worst offender in all of this. This is an attempt at remediation. They're trying to cover a giant hole with spackle, more like with peanut butter. So, from a fan's perspective, Dara, you're a big Ed Sheeran fan. I know you are. And with this, if Ed Sheeran opts in and says, "Hey, I'm down with this," you will be able to go and use his song to make remixes. This also makes it to where DJs like me, like Nikki V, anybody can log into their Spotify account and use Serato DJ software or Rekordbox to mix songs that are on Spotify. This is technically a good thing because it means that artists are being paid for this. This is licensing. This is not a bad thing. Now, again, it's using generative AI, so it's not for professionals. This is for the average consumer. This is for somebody that does not have musical inclinations, but just wants to sort of fuck around with somebody's song. Dude, if I'm given the option to opt in or opt out of this, go nuts. Go nuts. I would love it if you guys remixed my songs. Well, that's the thing, Dara. I don't think it's a bad thing. You're basically giving your fans the opportunity to like mess with your songs. I think it's cool. I think it's genuinely cool because I am aware that it's being done. It's when I'm not aware. It's when things like this. I was not aware of this. Okay. This is what we were on. The new tool will launch as a paid add-on for Spotify Premium users and create an additional source of income for artists and songwriters on top of what they already earn. So for me, when I opt into this, I get a check every time one of y'all remixes my song on Spotify. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm still against it, and my prediction is anyone who does opt in would be rallied against on social media. That's tough. That's tough because it's artists being paid. So I'm always in favor of that. Yeah, it's probably not much money, but I'm always in favor of artists being paid. Because once they're paid, then I go, okay, more. More. I sound like a union leader right now. Licensing is good, sorta. Yeah. If Spotify just gave stems to us instead of saying, here's AI. Well, Dara, that's what Beatport is for. If you guys have never used Beatport before, if you want to like really support artists, use Bandcamp, use Beatport because you have to pay for the songs. You download the song to your library for $1.29. It's like iTunes all over again. On Beatport, like it's what most DJs use. DJs put their remixes and their artist work up on Beatport, and then you go there, you buy the song, download it, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Hell yes, Nikki. Big W's. Me too. Me too. Folks, this is also why I'm not allowed to put my VODs up on Twitch. Because when you do covers of any kind, there's a live streaming license that has to be paid, and there's a recorded license that has to be paid. Twitch does not pay this blanket license, so I cannot put up recorded music, but I can play it live. It's a very interesting distinction. V, I can only do so many. I wish there were more hours in the day. I told Lena that the other day. I'm like, for the first time in my life, I wish that there were more hours in the day. There's so many things that I need to be doing. All right. Let's see what the co-CEO of Spotify had to say. See if there's anything worth pulling out. Yoda, the only thing that was wrong with it was by comparison, because when an artist would create a CD or an album for $25 and you paid that, the price got knocked down significantly. That's the only thing. That's the only big difference, is that the price was cut in half, and thus the margins got even thinner. But no, I'm all for Beatport. I love Beatport. When iTunes came out and they only allowed 30-second previews so they wouldn't get in trouble if you didn't pay for the song. Dude. What a time to be alive. To be yearning for the days of iTunes. Yeah, Ian, those what bit rate were those at? 5 kilobits per second. Yeah, we still got time, V. Still got time. Oh, sure. And Twitter and social media is always going to find a soapbox to stand on. My goal at the end of the day is not to get you guys mad. My goal is to educate you. So shit gets a little boring. Great. Awesome. Shit was crisp. It was just like this much of the audio spectrum. It was like 5K to 10K. Just like all you got was just like just get the hi-hats. All you get is the hi-hats in the iTunes preview. Um, oh, well, there's plenty of other reasons to not. I've moved away from Spotify. I am on Apple Music. I chose the lesser of two evils. I have to learn so much music for my line of work and for I don't know. To me, Apple's sound quality is just better. Straight up. Like, it's got better. It's Apple lossless is better than whatever the fuck Spotify is doing. Apple created a new audio codec so that people could have a nice experience listening. Spotify does not do that. Now, that was years ago that they created Apple lossless. Remember the LimeWire times where you would get a jump scare of some random dude shouting in your song? Yeah, man. Or like when I went to download Stevie Ray Vaughan and I got Kenny Wayne Shepherd instead. Another white guy with 3 names. I was like, this doesn't sound like Stevie Ray Vaughan. And it sure as hell was not. It was Kenny Wayne Shepherd. You wouldn't pirate a car with intense rock music and green mold hue on the video. You wouldn't pirate a car, would you? You wouldn't pirate a baby, would you? Then why would you pirate songs? Ew. All right, let's see what Alex Nordstrom said. Solving hard problems for music is what Spotify does. And fan-made covers and remixes are next. What we're building is grounded in consent, brother. Credit and compensation for the artists and songwriters that take part. Though each technological transformation, through each technological transformation, we have worked together with Sir Lucian and his team to evolve the music ecosystem into a richer, more beneficial experience for fans and a more rewarding outcome for artists and songwriters. I don't mind that. It's a bunch of PR gobbledygook, but at least it's got a positive intention to it, you know? The fact that they have to say what we're building is grounded in consent, credit, and compensation is crazy. The fact that he's implying that they've built other things that are not based in that. What the fuck? Hell yeah, Carter coming in with the nerddom. Let's go, bro. You're welcome, V. Talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, this part is crazy. What we're building is grounded in consent, credit, and compensation. Parentheses. Something we have not prioritized in the past. They're LARPing as someone who thinks that they are acting like they know what consent is. My mom said that I need to ask permission to sleep with you, so can I sleep with you? Super sexy, by the way. Miona. Hi, Mio. Oh, shit. We built it before we had these agreements, so I'm glad we could work something out with Universal. Yep. Yep. All right. The CEO of Universal Music Group, Sir Lucian Grange. The most valuable innovations in the music business always bring artists and fans closer together. Man, these opening sentences are rough. I'm going to say a statement that is unequivocally true so that the person reading this has no choice but to agree with me. Because it's sales 101. If you can get the person to say yes within the first 10 seconds, you've already won. You've already won. That principle is at the heart of this pioneering AI-enabled superfan initiative. That's cool. I like that. Which is designed to support human artistry, deeper fan relationships, and create additional revenue opportunities for artists and songwriters. Building our long track record of leading the industry through technological changes and collaborating with Alex, Gustav, Daniel, and the team at Spotify, we're going to make it real rootsy by using everybody's first name. This initiative is firmly artist-centric, rooted in responsible AI, and will drive growth for the entire ecosystem. I like this phrase right here. Rooted in responsible AI. I really like that phrase a lot. Responsible AI needs to be something that is used everywhere. What is responsible AI? Let's question what responsible AI use is. Some people are going to say, some people in this chat, some people I'm very close with will say none. And that's fine. That's totally fine. There are use cases for it. Not within generative AI. Denise, yep, our Lord and Savior, Lucian Grange. Sir Lucian Grange sounds like a Batman villain. It's like his alter ego is a guy who wears a yellow suit and somehow found the power to possess Batman's brain. I don't know. Yeah, right. Jeez. Making it impossible to unsign up for service. Oh, Glock, bro. So, yeah, if y'all don't know, Glock is quickly becoming very well versed on on this topic within AI, within music, but also AI across the whole spectrum and everything. He does a great job of keeping up with it. And if you ever have questions when I'm not online, feel free to go into our Discord. We have an AI section that's got some helpful articles. We put in news. It's a place where you can discuss things. You can share videos that you're like, is this real? I don't know if this is real. You can share music and the same thing. You're like, I found this artist on Spotify. Nick, Glock, Ian, everybody, is this real? We'd be happy to fact check for you. LFM, welcome in. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Nick, look up Real Good AI. It's a nonprofit by Markiplier's best friend. It's set in directing AI to the positive kind. 501c3 research nonprofit created by content creators and PhD scientists coming together to improve transparency and safety of AI for a better world. Building, God damn it, why'd they have to put Mark's face behind this thing I have to read? They're not building or using data centers. They're not stealing data to train on it. They're not making an AI product. They're not lying about what the results mean to sell you something. They're researching statistical models in AI to improve transparency, uncertainty quantification, and computational efficiency. They're developing proof of concept AI methodologies for data attribution, meaning we want to know where something came from and why. That's good. Using our methodologies to solve unprofitable but vital problems to help the world. Okay, this right here is awesome. That makes me like them because I'm a very judgmental person. And I am a bit righteously indignant sometimes. using our methodologies to solve unprofitable but vital problems. Dude, that's amazing. That's the most un-American sentence you can possibly read. We're not doing it to make money, we're doing it to help. Yeah, this seems... cool. Okay, so learn about the real rating. Instead of saying yes or no to AI by using the real rating, we have all the specific language to talk about the nuanced involvement of AI in everything. Okay. Real was created to help facilitate the self-reported disclosure of the use or lack thereof of AI in projects, media, education, and other venues. It can also be used to assess risk and allows creators, organizations, or individuals to set nuanced boundaries. Okay. Read the basic criteria for the levels and decide what you want to use on your project. Continuously check in with the... okay, so what this is really cool. This is a rating system that you attribute to your own art. So level 0 has no AI. Level 1, specialized AI tools where there is no generative AI. These can apply to an After Effects filter or change only details or cleans the presentation of your work. This can include fixing single word grammar mistakes or the creation of non-central automated accessibility features like captions or transcripts. Captioning and transcripting with AI is incredible. I've used it in Premiere before. It is chef's kiss. It's ESRB, but for AI. Level 2 is brainstorming. AI idea development, organization structuring, or outlining. I've done this for press releases, for marketing plans. You put in your idea into AI, it comes up with a marketing plan that's kind of meh, and then you improve upon that. Hey, Clyde the Ghost, thank you so much for the follow. No, okay, I love this stipulation here. With no copy pasting directly from AI output to the final product. Chef's kiss. Moderate AI. AI generation of building block components, even if edited or traced. If any AI generation reaches the final product, so let's say you want a logo and you go to Midjourney or whatever you make with your logo, and then you like put it into Illustrator and trace it. AI generation likely does not change the overall content or meaning of the work and can include tasks such as cleaning up small components. Oh, that's not even what I'm talking about. If it reaches the final product, so if I go to ChatGPT and I say, write me a song about meatballs that are from Greece, and I mean Greece, the country, and I leave anything left over from that generation inside of... oh, shit. Bye, Clyde. What the hell? No. If you leave anything from the song you created, then in the final product, then it's level 3. Level 4, major AI. AI generation of major components or ideas, even if edited or traced. This is more than incidental use, where the content of the work would have been different if AI was not involved. Authorship or otherwise credit would be required if a human had made similar contribution. Ooh. Oh, man, this is good. I'm going to bring this to my students, man. This is fucking awesome. If the amount of work that the AI contributed, if done by a human, would have required them to get credit, then it's level 4. If there was a person in the room that created, that gave ideas enough that they had to get credit, but it's actually AI that made those ideas, it's level 4. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to put it in our AI section on Discord. I put it under the general discussion. Okay, level 5, AI generation of the large part or whole work, no matter how complex the prompt is, if the work is copy pasted with only minimal human intervention. Also, anytime there's consumers. Okay, we know what this is. This is I take most or all of what the AI created and submit it as my own work. It's level 5. So, real quick, let's go through each of these levels and let's talk about how they fit directly into music. Let's give some context to the industry that I have expertise in. So, level 0, obvious. No music. Or no AI whatsoever. You sat down, you wrote a song, you played it, you recorded it, you put it out. Blah. Okay. Level 1, automation, specialized tools where there is no generative AI. There are plugins that you can use that will analyze, using AI, the audio spectrum of an instrument or a song. I use them in Ableton sometimes, where it looks at the audio that's coming through it live and it adjusts accordingly. There's one called Soothe that everybody in the music industry uses. There are some new mastering plugins that are AI, but these are specialized AI tools. This is not generative. It's not generating anything. It is simply analyzing and slightly tweaking. It's studio tools. Again, Dara, I would say this is so far from AI that I know what it looks like on the inside of the plugin. However, we're going to get into the next level. Brainstorming. Okay, now we're getting into the ChatGPT. I want to write a song about this. What do you think that song would entail? Don't write the song for me, but what do you think that song would entail? Or, I think there's a plugin that you can use where you say, I want an instrument that sounds like this, and then you play the instrument. So it basically creates a MIDI facsimile of the instrument. I think it's okay. I think I've seen some people use it before. Yeah. But yeah, that's level 2, using for brainstorming. But then you actually use the sound and you play it. You know, it would be like me going, hey, Ableton, give me a piano that sounds like it got run over by a truck, but still works. And then I go in and I play. So, level 2, brainstorming. Level 3, moderate AI. AI generation of building block components. Okay. This would be me using ChatGPT. I'm going to give a couple of examples in this. Me using ChatGPT to write a song, and I leave a few of the lyrics in that ChatGPT came up with, and I change the rest of them. Yeah, basically, Ian. Yeah. Yeah, I am AI. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Should have told you that before. I'm created by the deep state to make you mad about things. So okay, building block components, add generations. Okay, yeah. So I leave a few lyrics from ChatGPT, or I use Suno, and then I use their. I don't have fingers. I use Suno, and then I use this thing that they have called Stem, which basically like it pulls out the drums, or it pulls out the bass, or it pulls out a little thing, and I use that in the final product. Lena, of course you knew it. You're fake too. I wasn't going to tell them that, but now that you're here. God damn it, dude. Um, okay, so we've gone through all of these levels. We're up to level 4. And what I'm doing, if you're just tuning in, is I am taking each of these levels from the real scale, and I am attributing specifically to music what would fit into each of those scales with recorded music. Okay, level 4, major AI generation or major components are ideas. This is where I would take an entire AI vocal performance and put it on top of a track that I made. So let's say I make a song, I make a beat, and then I write some lyrics using ChatGPT. I put those into a vocal like engine. I do not sing any part of it, and AI uses my lyrics that I wrote with ChatGPT or on my own, whatever, and I take that vocal AI performance and put it on top of a song that I made. That's level 4. And I think we all know what level 5 is. Level 5 is the thing that is rampant right now. People can be like, oh, I just used AI, like, I used AI for one instrument in the song. I used AI for whatever. Level 5 is what's actually happening in most cases, where people go into Suno, they make a song, they go, make me a song that sounds like a 1960s soul singer singing about Oscar Mayer Wiener. And then they put that shit up on TikTok. And everybody goes, oh, this is so funny. That's what level 5 is. Level 5 and level 0 are very easy to describe. It's the ones in between. This is so cool, man. So cool that they did this. Where do you think Vocaloid sits in these ratings? What is Vocaloid? I should know the answer to this. Oh, not Vocaloid, the website. A singing voice synthesis software created by the Yamaha Corporation. Wait. I'm sorry. Vocaloid. What? Oh, is this Hatsune Miku? Is that what this is? Hatsune Miku? Miku? My bad. Yeah. I think it's level 4. But to what extent is, why did it say, I don't even want to click on this, but it says Suno Vocaloid. That's weird. Okay, how does the Vocaloid software work? God, fucking AI overview. Blech. Vocaloid is singing synthesis software created by Yamaha that creates vocals by combining a user-inputted melody and lyrics with a voice bank. Okay, this is level 4. Yeah, this is level 4. AI generation of major components. The performance. Authorship or otherwise credit would be required if a human had made similar contributions. Yeah. So it'd be like a singer. Somebody getting, it's like if you imagine that the AI in that situation is a human, they would get credit. Unless they signed a work for hire contract, blah, 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 blah. It was just told what to do with the sound like a preset. I don't know what to tell you, Dara. That's AI. That is AI. But it was cute. So it's fine. We're totally fine if things are cute. If it's making cute little animal videos, nobody cares. But if it impersonates your daughter calling your grandma asking for $50,000, otherwise you're going to be unalived, then it's bad. But if it's cute, whatever. It's all good. Making cute little songs about cute little animals and hot sauce and my uncle. It's cute. Yeah, level 4. Okay. Vocaloid and a vocoder are very different things. A vocoder requires a human voice to work. It requires an audio input, I should say. Yes, those are samples. Those are samples. And somebody created them from a oscillator. No, that's fine, Dara. That's why we're having these conversations, man. I want to teach y'all, dude. I want to learn with you. I want to teach you. I want to help build the house of your understanding here, so that you go, oh, when somebody else goes, well, what about Vocaloid? That's just like vocoders, and you go, actually, it's not. And then you're that friend that's pushing their glasses up on their nose. Vocoder is a technology. Vocoder is a box that has an audio input on the back, and then it has essentially an oscillator attached to it. It's this. It's literally. Wow, 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 wow. Oh my God. That's a vocoder. That's not Peter Frampton. Peter Frampton is a talk box. Different thing. Vocoder is done with keyboard. Hey, man, we're all learning together, dude. That's why we're having these conversations. Yeah, of course I love him. Oh, of course. All right, so this is an incredible website. I'm so glad that we found this. And Dara, I really appreciate you sharing this, man. This is all. I think it was you, right? Yes. Yeah, no, this is sick. Please turn me over. And we barely hit a small portion of this website. So yeah, we've got the real rating. We've got something called Fix AI Forever. And this is going to be the last thing we look at. Our research is all open source. We're excited to share our results and failures with you. Our focus areas: neural network free AI. Okay, let's talk about this, dude. Some forms of neural networks underlie most AI, and they are the black box. Further, they need an unreasonable amount of data and resources. We think there is another way and are convinced using Gaussian process models or other statistical models will solve many of the issues with current AI. It says that with like supercomputing or something. Instead of using an AI computer, it's supercomputing. Listen, I think we should be using more quantum computing things. And I know there are some problems that quantum computing is not good at, but I don't know. I think creating little mini wormholes is a way to go. Doing good with AI. There are a lot of data science tools that can really help the world. We work with nonprofits and other researchers to perform analyses that solve problems vital to humanity. These are often overlooked because they would not make a company money, but we are happy to use our expertise for the public good. This is very fluffy. I need more facts. Okay. Looks like we've got some educator information, testimony situations. Okay, artists have been concerned that AIs are infringing on their copyright by blatantly copywriting their work. However, this is very difficult to prove since neural networks have no explanations for their predictions. We're developing methodology that could help this by breaking apart the architecture and using Gaussian processes. I need to know what a Gaussian process is. On each layer to attribute the percent reliance on each piece of training data. So they're basically trying to see how, if my music gets put into a database, how much of my music is actually being used percentage-wise to train the database. This could not only help artists protect themselves from theft, yes, but could allow for a system where artists could be properly paid. So once you know, dude, this is crazy. They're talking about creating methodology. They're developing methodology is such a like. We're not talking about beta. We're not talking about alpha. We're talking about like we're thinking about it. Gaussian process, if I'm not wrong, is the images start as a massive blur, then it starts to move those pixels around until it eventually makes it an image. So it's basically like brute force AI. It's not brute force AI. It's brute forcing work. That's wild, man. Okay. Further implications and simplification of AI models with the most vital pieces of data are identified. So here's what this is saying. Where's paint? So right now we have a black box. This is perfect. It's a black box. We have a black box, and they basically feed information into the black box. And this can be music. This can be art. This can be whatever. They feed the stuff into the box, and they give it a set of parameters. And they say, do this with this information that we're giving you. And this is as far as I understand it. I'm really trying to keep this very simple so that I don't overstep and say something incorrect. What these folks want to do, they want to break apart the box and see what's on the inside, see what the little pieces of the box are, so that they can go, oh, this piece right here, this is Nick Black. And he is 10% of the box. So thus he gets 10% of the royalties that this AI used to create music. I love that. The fact that this isn't already a thing and that it's actually this situation is crazy. Why? Why are we using a mystery box? I want to be able to see what's on the inside. Show me the inside, please. Thank you. Because of the black box of machine learning algorithms, mistakes that AIs make are more believable to humans reading them. Whoa. Let me read that again. What the fuck? Because of the black box of machine learning, mistakes that the AI makes are more believable to humans reading them. This is leading to misinformation and limits the utility of AI to the public. We believe that an AI's response should be reflective of the confidence of the model and the question it is asked. So it shouldn't give you an answer if it doesn't know. If it knows the answer, it'll give you the answer. But it should say, I don't know, if it doesn't know. Right now, AIs don't do that. If you go, hey, how do I make a bomb? It won't tell you the answer because it's been told not to do that. But if you ask it a question and it doesn't know the answer, it's still going to give you an answer. It's like the internet. It's like dads before the internet came along. Most dads would be like, you'd be like, why are sheep called sheep? Or why are sheep called sheep and not sheeps? And then your dad makes up some bullshit ass information, answer. I love my dad. I'm not disparaging my father. Yeah. So basically they're wanting you to take a peek into the models and have AI keep track of the breadcrumbs to know which part of the training models were used to create whatever was created. Yes. Which is wild that wasn't designed on the front end, Why would they not design that on the front end? I know not everybody's into accounting, but like accountability is not, that's a different thing. We believe that an AI's response should be reflective of the confidence of the model and the question it is asked. However, this requires new mathematical methodology, which is exactly what our team is doing. In our proof of concept transformer models, we have eliminated neural networks entirely, and in doing so, we have engineered the model to be able to provide statistics-based uncertainty. Oh my God. What a thought. Hey, you asked me this question. This might be the answer. I know, Jalen. I know. This seems all theoretical, Carter. Maybe not, actually. It seems a little theoretical to me. Additionally, we are pursuing a formal sensitive analysis. Okay, we are pursuing a formal sensitivity analysis to decide how errors in the model can be attributed throughout the architecture of the neural structure to try to identify if there's a simpler form of uncertainty. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. There you go. Coming soon. Oh, Ian, that's why. Of course, that's why they did it. Some people would call it a logistical nightmare. I call it laziness. And there's my righteous indignancy, my righteous indignation. Being like, then don't design the first thing. If you can't come up with an accountability system or something that counts the grains of rice, don't fucking design the first thing. You know, they have a Twitch? Really? Oh, shit. Get this follow, yo. When's the last stream they did? Last month. Okay, cool. Maybe we should get on chat with them. That'd be sick, dude. What's up, Kids In? Rice is good. I don't know why they wouldn't want rice. 360 minutes of video are uploaded to YouTube every second. That's 6 hours of video uploaded every second to YouTube. Blah. Next stream, July 23rd. Where are you seeing that? Oh, next stream will be Thursday, July 23rd. Oh, shit, that's tomorrow. God damn it. All right. Well, I'll try to tune in, depending on what time it is. Let's see, schedule. Real Good Thursdays, 1 p.m. I might be able to watch that before my flight tomorrow. Yep, let's work on it. Let's work on it. Glockster, let's do it, boy. Yeah. Oh. All right, so not that this needs a bow tied on it, all right, because this is an ongoing conversation. But I want you all to be advocates of AI accountability. I was going to say regulation, but people don't like the word regulation because it implies somebody telling them what to do. I want you all to be advocates for accountability. This means if your parents are sharing bullshit ass AI videos, call them out. Mom, Dad, Uncle Johnny, this is fake. Please stop posting this. They're going to be like, but it's funny. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck it. What's up, Shadowfang? It's good. I'm nervous now. Usually when somebody comes in complimenting me, they want something. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Hold the people in your life accountable. then your dad is not somebody we have to worry about. Unless he starts generating AI fan fiction of Penny and uh, Leonard. Actually, no, Penny and Sheldon. That's who it would be. Silencio. Well, hell yeah, Shadow Fang. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Man. uh, hold people accountable. It can be, you're going to be that annoying person, but it gets easier the more you do it. Hold people accountable for fucking around. They're like, oh, it's so cute. It's easy. Has anything that's ever been quick, cheap, and easy been good? No. Oh, shit. Shadowfang, what you doing? What you trying to do? You trying to do it? Besides drugs. Drugs are great. Yep. What is it? Hold on. What are the actual three? Fast, cheap, and good. That's what it is. Fast, cheap, and good. You can't have all three. Very true, Kids In. If you're going to use AI and you're wondering, hey, is this an okay thing that I did this? Just don't post it. Don't post it. And God forbid, don't claim it as your own. Don't say that you made it. That's awesome, Ian. Don't learn a trade. Learn how to fix toilets. Learn how to paint. Go have a conversation with someone. God, I'm old. Jesus. You use AI to write a song, but then you perform it yourself. You steal the song from AI. You know, what level is that? It's level 4. That's level 4 right there. No, because, you know, if it was a human, you would have had to give it credit for writing the song. That's level 4. I want to make it so a bunch of y'all are walking around going, what level is this? What level of AI is this? Because most times it's going to be 5. But there's going to be 4 and 3 and 2 in there also. This is so cool. I love analytical spectrums. I absolutely love this. You know, Zen, if it was better at writing lyrics, I'd agree with you. But most of the lyrics that AI writes is super shit. Hello. Hold on, chat. That would be a funny skit, Ian. That's a funny idea for a cartoon. Like a little animation of you being like, I'm gonna write this song, I'm gonna ask AI to write this song, and then I'm not gonna credit it, and I'm gonna claim that it's my own work. And then AI sues you. Well, Kids In, you can watch the VOD on YouTube. All you got to do is subscribe. That's it. We put the VODs behind a paywall because we want to create value. Oh yeah, go get the pizza. And speaking of y'all, I don't want to beat a dead horse, so I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody to raid. I'm so glad we had this conversation. I always learn things from y'all, and I hope you learned some things today. Let's see, who do I want to raid? Oh, Autopilot's on. Let's go. I'm gonna beat that Hans. I haven't rated Orto in forever. And you can get your music. Since I couldn't give you music today, you get some music. Melly, I'll see you at the boardwalk. Yeah, folks. If there's anybody here that's going to Asbury Park, New Jersey, on Friday, I will see you there. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. All right, rating out to Autopilot. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you again so much for being a part of these conversations. I appreciate y'all very much, very much. Go out into the world and educate other people. I'm going to keep learning. You keep learning. We'll keep growing together. And yes, we will be live on Loudly Inclusive's stream on Friday. We'll share that, and we'll make sure to share that in Discord. I think my set is at like 5. No, I'm mixing up 2 different shows. I think my set is at like 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. Hey, Carter, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Pimp, thank you for the Hadoken. The Hadok Pim. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks again to everybody. Glock, Ian, best mods a guy could ask for. I appreciate y'all very much. Oh, Jalen, have a good one. LFM, have a good one. Kid Zen, see you later. Dara, thank you so much. Thank you again for sharing that website, Dara. It's badass. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, sexy, and sane. I will see you all very soon. Now, get out of my house.